Hello, and what's going on, everybody? It is the Gamer Revolution here, or Gamerlution, and today I'll be explaining my podcast. So there'll be 3 episodes. Today's episode will be focusing on gaming community. As you know, just everything surrounding community and stuff like that. Next episode will be focusing on the evolution of gaming. So from playing on like the arcade games and the old Ataris to playing on the newest stuff like the PS5, PC and Xbox Series X, and also virtual reality. And then the final episode will be on Easter eggs, and maybe I'll include a few and mention glitches and some exploits. However, these glitches and exploits will be patched because these are thrown to old ones. So yeah, now let's start with episode 1, the community. So back in the early days of gaming consisted of actually you leaving the house. This was socializing, where you'd go to an arcade. You'd have certain machines you could play games on. This is when you'd have tickets as well, and even the claw machine. Most games were single player. You had a few multiplayer games, such as the didn't really have multiplayer games then actually, but so some of the games you would play, you would probably meet your friends, stuff, try and reach the highest score, and they had a leaderboard system, which would be the best players in the world. So you had games such as were focusing on that very popular in the time were Donkey Kong, Galaga, Pac-Man, and Centipede. I'm using these examples because I'll reference it to something later on. But for now, these are when the first gaming tournament started, where they would try and reach the highest score. They would go up another person and try and reach the highest score in the game. Whoever won, win. There would be various games, like I mentioned, some of the popular ones being Pac-Man, Galaga, Space Invaders, which I didn't mention, and Donkey Kong. Now, the reason I'm mentioning is I'm referencing it is because this was referenced in the film Pixels, which was a film based around the old classic gaming and how they have come to life. But this isn't a podcast about films, isn't it? It's a podcast about video games, so scrap that. Then started the multiplayer games, such as games where fighting games, such as Street Fighter in arcades, where you have 2 people on the other side, you just press buttons and fight each other. Then let's go to eventually that's how it started off. Then so after people going to arcades, there was a problem, and that problem was they kept going out to arcades to play with friends and maybe perhaps meet up with their girlfriend or boyfriend. Then eventually included the home entertainment systems, which included of the Atari. There were multiplayer games, however these multiplayer games consisted of having 2 controllers or turn-based, so you'd pass and play. They were very fun, but didn't really get the community and going. Eventually it was more the community just playing multiplayer games, nothing really apart from going to video game conventions and possibly buying some video game merch. But as the 2000s happened, a lot more happened. We had people having been asked to write reviews for certain games in certain video game magazines. Multiplayer. This is the start of the multiplayer gaming era, which led to esports being such a thing for the community, which allowed the best players in the world to compete for big cash prizes. Some of the notable popular games started off with CSGO, Counter-Strike, Global Offense, League of Legends, and Overwatch. Even the Call of Duty had some semblance in there. For instance, from the popular 2 Call of Duty player groups such as FaZe and Optic. But this is just me talking about esports. Let's talk about other facts of the community. Let's talk about how gaming has influenced the community more. So besides that, gaming has influenced the community by allowing people to test games. So anybody could test up a game. They allow the betas and alphas and early access, which allows players to simply download the game and play it, testing it, providing feedback. It allows loads of players to do it before they complete the game and release and and release it to the world public. Some of these games include like multiplayer ones, such as Rogue Company, that is out now, but me and my friend managed to actually get access to it to test and play it. As my favorite personal game that I early access tested was Grounded. It came out last year, and I was able to go ahead and play it on my PC. Actually, no, it came out this year. Sorry about that. It was came on PC and Xbox and Steam. I was able to play on my PC. I had it on the Xbox Game Pass, and I was playing with my friend. And yeah, allowed me to play it, and it was very fun. I left some comments. Little bit, it was unfinished. Bugs and glitches as well, especially when you wake up. Well, sometimes your character's leg will be bent. Yeah. Eventually, as the community started to grow, we got more developers making video games. We've even had nowadays developers actually allowing community created content to be added into games, which was the start of Steam, which allowed creators to make maps for certain video games, certain weapons, characters, even models, cars, guns, even just miscellaneous stuff like food, balloons, coke, whatever you want in your video game. To start off with the games such as CSGO, you made maps, but the most popular one on Steam had to be Gary's mod, which allowed anything to be basically was a mod for the players to create community stuff, which eventually became something much more popular than it was. It's allowed people who love video games to get jobs by being content creators on YouTube. So, for example, some of the content creators who started YouTube and actually making millions just playing games, giving commentary, and talking about them are YouTubers such as Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, Markiplier, even at the Minecraft YouTubers such as Captain Sparkles, Jerome ASF, Bayesian Canadian, popular MMOs, and many more that love to play video games. Some of the most popular community created games, or that are community based, are games such as Minecraft, which allowed community to make servers, and this actually made the community that sort of make money, because the people who make the servers are actually their own. They make the servers. They can actually provide ranks, which basically people can buy the ranks to get better privileges and stuff. For instance, Pixelmon was a popular server which I played on, and you could get ranks that can give you certain commands, such as for instance /heal, to heal your Pokemon outside of battle, or if you didn't have to go to a Poke Station. Yeah, these games are very popular with the community, and more community and even big developers are allowed, such as Black Ops 3 allowed community to create maps for the game, even sometimes weapons, even some just taking weapons from other Call of Duty and adding them in, or for example allowing players to use the ray gun and the ray gun Mark II in multiplayer, not zombies. Now the community began something small. We have a community app called Discord, which allows you to make servers that you and the community can start communicating on with different games. You can share pictures, you can share videos and stuff. It's even on social media, you have, for instance, Reddit. You have subreddits dedicated to video games such as Minecraft, Overwatch, Rocket League, and yeah, it's just been really amazing. Even now than before, video games have just been there for us. For example, one of the biggest games to come out from the community is Fortnite, and Fortnite listen to their community, because during the times of Fortnite, the community has been asked to do certain stuff, like to give certain challenges. So the developers of Fortnite have given them challenges such as the emoting challenge, which allowed people to make an emote on TikTok, and the Fortnite developers and teams would judge on which is the best emote, even allowing the community to take part in judging. For instance, I believe some of them that were in the game that were from the community are Renegade, Orange Justice, and Pokey Pokey, which are actually fellow content creators emotes. So there was two fellow content creators emotes, actually three, which were the Marsh Walk, which was done by fellow DJ and gamer Marshmallow. Fellow streamer Ninja had his dance implemented into the game. I actually forgot what it's called. We have Pokemains, Pokey emote. We also had skins for content creators such as we've had a ninja skin, a Lachlan skin, and a loser fruit skin. And this one given back to the community. Also, for now, I've been doing stuff on Twitch and that are called drops, which I'll pay people to watch their favorite content creators and get free rewards such as wraps, banners, emotes, emoticons, that kind of stuff. Even I think a glider and a pickaxe, but we haven't got to that stage where we have a skin. It leads to more tournaments being created for more games, such as Fortnite. Even like just content creators just having fun. He's even leaving the developers to add stuff and make the games better. So, for instance, but there are some bad things about the gaming community. As the gaming community has become popular, it's led to people making accounts for games now. So you can see what I'm getting at, where sometimes you can have people steal your account. And this has happened to me for a very popular game called Roblox. I made my account for it, and I've had it taken, have people hack into it, but now I've made sure it's properly secure. This leads, my favorite. I never had any problem, just people stealing my account. Also, for the community now, you have people making hacks for community games. Like, for instance, Call of Duty Warzone has the worst hacker ratio in the game. Ever since it came out, people with Fortnite, Warzone's bad anti-cheat system, you can't get into a game without being shot down by someone using aimbot or wall hacks. Very annoying. They keep saying they're doing stuff to stop it, but it's just not working. So a lot of players have had to turn off crossplay, meaning they can't play with their friends or other consoles. Now, coming back to crossplay, the developers decided to add in crossplay as a way for friends and players from around the world to play together on different consoles. So, for instance, I'm playing on a PS4, and my friend's playing on an Xbox. I can play some games with him that we can play together. For instance, Fortnite, Warzone, Grounded, I was able to play on my PC. He was playing on the Xbox. Yes, community has just been rising throughout the gaming, leaving developers with ways to make their games better, and is a way for people to help you. Even with the Game Awards, they had the community vote for their favorite games, games won, favorite content creator and stuff like that. I did watch the Game Awards last night, and I'm just gonna leave my opinion here. I was disappointed. A lot of people who watched the stream kind of disappointed me because, well, don't get me wrong, The Last of Us is actually a good game, but I think it was a bit rigged on The Last of Us side, mainly on the accessibility features. I felt like Grounded did it better because what they did is they thought about the community with Grounded and actually added a arachnophobia mode where you can turn off the spiders altogether, so the spiders look like just a blob. That's what they look like. Now, when I used to play games in the past, I never had any friends to play it with and stuff like that. This has led to people actually making friendships with these games, such as I actually made a friend playing a Minecraft server and got them on Discord. It's also these people who play games lead them to actually have a romance. There's been instances where people have played a game and they found a girlfriend or a boyfriend, or even stopped suicide. There's a story on Reddit where a fellow community member was just playing a game of Rocket League, doing a 1v1 with someone, and this guy got dumped, and he was about to, commit suicide. But then while he was playing, he actually managed to convince the guy to not and became his friend. This shows how powerful the gaming community is to stop that. And pretty proud to be part of the gaming community. Like even the community can just get along with fun. Like even games such like games where like battle royale games. Like even the community gets into fun with sometimes even Fortnite. Like you just want to play a game, have some fun. Even the community get along with it by, for instance, I know content creator fella Laserbeam does this where doing certain emote in game can get a lot of people to do the same emote, and that's just like awesome. Even there was a thing when I think chapter 2 season 3 came out, and when they had the cars in, a lot of people were doing their own mini gas station, so you had people waiting to fill up public cars, and I thought that was a quite wholesome moment. this is showing also how powerful the gaming community is becoming. Not just before, but how it's helping others and allowing help and helping many, many more in the future. It also has been allowing for gamers to rise up and help others. Being part of the gaming community is something special because you can make friends, fall in love, make enemies, stuff like that. Many games involve many games were made to actually allow the community input. Also, with certain community apps such as Discord stuff, you can actually provide extras for the game, such as Twitch. You can get Twitch Prime, which allows you to get a loot for games, because they are thinking about the community get loot for other games and stuff like that, and loot for games. You can also get loot for from Discord as well with I think it's Discord Nitro. Also, many games are now becoming very popular due to the community. Actually, for instance, Among Us became very popular, and that was due to the community, as well as Fall Guys. Even games that are inspired by community, inspired by the content creator MatPat, who made Five Nights at Freddy's the most popular horror game ever, by introducing the community, finding out the lore behind the game, which the whole community did together, which made us popular, which made many songs being created by it, which made loads of fan art about it, made like stories about it, even had their own publishing of several books, like Five Nights at Freddy's Twisted Ones, Silver Eyes, even the Freddy Files, which is I think an interactive book. Yeah, now with the community gaming, they've actually started to make songs about video games. For example, one of the two biggest YouTuber content creators who make the songs about video games are Tryhard Ninja and The Living Tombstone. For instance, Tryhard Ninja's done very popular in his videos. Even on the channel of Captain Sparkles, he did the TNT song, which has passed over, I think, 170 million views, which is more views than the original song itself, because it was a parody. Living Tombstone, it's the first Five Nights at Freddy's song, became very popular and is still popular to this day. Let me take my breath for a second. During my time, I used to like listen to video game songs, mainly Minecraft parodies, and they were a way for me to have fun. And I used to listen to them. I still listen to them when I play the games. Also, even like games when they do updates, they listen to the community, sometimes fixing stuff, adding stuff. They even did a thing where they could choose what weapon gets unvaulted through an event, in-game event, called I think we've got a drum gun. Now these about in-game events. Now the developers in some games have made in-game events that allow people to see something unfold. After what I said, as the game community came along, we've been playing various video games together, and it's been a lot of fun. I was going from the in-game events. Fortnite have done it really well by allowing people to go into their in-game events. Originally, it actually started off with the first live event, which was the Rocket event. But they had Fortnite to fix down to the community, where when people came into the game, they kept just getting killed. I think one person got 40 kills just by people wanting to see the event, and Fortnite was not having it. So what they did in the future is made it so you actually can't kill anybody or take damage. They did that with the following like new events, such as the Marshmallow event, the new events that allowed you, basically what it is, took the half the screen. For instance, the Robot versus Devourer event, very good event, and other events like that. Even with the Galactus event, which was the recent one, was probably one of the best ones, because you actually got to physically drive the battle bus in sort of like a basically, if you didn't play Lego Star Wars, there's the ability to drive the ship through the Death Star to blow it up, sort of like that in a way. Very cool and very awesome. With the developers nowadays, they've literally been including many fans, and they just are into a game, allow them to provide feedback, which allows them to improve the game. Even developers actually replying to people's comments and stuff, like giving them hints and stuff like that. For instance, having hints where some skins are coming, like for instance Fauna, or for instance other games like Crash Team Racing also hints for other characters such as like Pasadena Von Clutch in the Circus Grand Prix. Also Koala Kong coming in the Circus Grand Prix as well. Actually no, Koala Kong in the previous track. But also another thing that was teased for the Winter Grand Prix was Rillaru, as he was about to is still showing a band of him fighting Koala Kong. The gaming community's influenced gaming so much that they've brought back some franchises like when Beanock decided to release Crash Team Racing, it brought the Crash community back before they released the Insane Trilogy. It brought the Crash Bandicoot community back, which the Crash community to play throughout the games and loved them to bits again. And then, as a bombshell, they introduced and shown us a brand new Crash game called Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time, because it is about time. Yeah, the game came out and it just blew everybody's expectations away. The game looks stunningly visual, and it made the community very happy. So now I want to this also allowed the community to be also video games allowed the community to feel certain emotions besides anger and frustration. It actually allowed me feel emotions such as happy and sadness. For most games, like story-based games, for instance, we have Last of Us, where the main protagonist loses his daughter and is about to lose the new girl he's fathering. Also, for example, as well, Walking Dead Telltale series. You are playing as Lee, and you have to save a little girl named Clementine. You are with her throughout the whole story, and then during the end of the game, you actually end up dying. It's one of the saddest scenes in the game. Now we're going to focus on the lesser game. I'm going to mention a lesser game which does have an emotional scene, but not really mentioned that. It's the Transformers Fall of Cybertron Metroplex sacrificing scene. So after beating the final level is Grimlock, you get taken to Grimlock destroys a certain machine which is holding the space bridge open. After that, they span of time before they have to go into space, and the Autobots don't have enough energon until Metroplex sacrifices himself by giving up his energon to send him into space. While they're going up into space with sad music play, Metroplex gives one final "until all are one" quote, and a very powerful scene. I did shed a tear. That's on anybody, but I did, and it was very powerful. And yeah, even like side scrollers can give powerful scenes, even flash games. So for the side scroller, we have a game called Valiant Hearts, a very emotional, very game we connected to the characters. And the emotional part comes is actually at the end of the game, where you hear the actually I've forgotten the character name, but he's walking and he gives a final speech to his daughter before being killed. And this game was based in is one of the most emotional speeches and very upsetting. Another one is actually in the game, Henry Stickmin completing the mission. Now it's actually if you select as an ending, it is presumed dead and the Charles. I can't remember what the thing is. But once you select both of those, you'll be transported to the ship to actually, or the thing to destroy it. And the emotional part comes is when Charles sacrifices himself by pushing you into the pod while the space station gets blown up. And Charles saying one of his famous quotes, which was, "It was a pretty good plan," because you could even say it was the greatest plan, and then just dies. Very upsetting. Made a lot of games. Even made the man, the myth, the legend, Markiplier cry. A very upsetting scene. Yes, and this is how the community. This is probably like you got more emotions out of that than freaking a movie that's had more money been put into it. People got more emotional over a flash game than a movie that has had more money spent on it. That's how powerful the gaming community is. And that's why I love gaming. Now, to round up this episode off, I'd like you to tell me what's been your most emotional part of a video game. For me, it's probably like when a character dies, something that I'm attached to and stuff. I've cried in the past and that. But it's very fun. I do get frustrated about the community. Is the community likes to help find Easter eggs, especially with YouTube being fun. A lot of helpful guides to find the Easter eggs. I do watch YouTube to help me find some Easter eggs and stuff. Something can help you complete a story, and they're very very fun. Also, the community makes a lot of fun. Is to make their own indie games. Loads of people play. Like for instance, the most popular community made games are the .exe games, which are Super Mario, which are Mario.exe. So the most popular games are Mario.exe, Crash Bandicoot.exe, and Sonic.exe. Basically, taking a hard turn to the popular games. For example, like I think Mario. I think he's like killing everybody, kills Luigi and stuff. Very scary. Sonic, he starts to kill his teammates. Creepy. Horror game, very creepy. I found a few Easter eggs of mine. Also some Easter eggs can be funny. Community as well. Does something which allows people, the developers allow people to mod their games. So like games not on Steam, for instance, GTA 5 did allow people to mod. For instance, you could play GTA 5 as Spider-Man, or you could play him as a freaking cat. Literally, you could go to like the strip club as a cat. Like a literal cat, or even a bloody shark. However, there is a bug with a shark where you die, but yeah, I don't recommend being a shark. And also, you anime play mod, you could like anime player models. Freaking, you could play freaking GTA as bloody Samuel Jackson. I'm not even joking. Yeah, even in the arcade cabinet days, there were Easter eggs where you could play as characters and stuff. There's the one in a basketball game where you could actually play as the Fresh Prince from Bel-Air. You could play as Jazzy Jeff as well, from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Very very cool. And with the community as well, because you find Easter eggs, actually help you find certain stuff. You can also, community is also a good way to, for instance, if you're helping out, you could type in chat about this challenge. You can get people to help you with the challenge or give you tips, which is what I've done for Crash Team Racing and Fortnite. We're trying to do a couple of challenges, or also win online. I hear the grind was unreal. All I'm gonna say, I had to mean to help me with a specific passion thing, which was beating Oxide's times. Now, as a player who played Crash Team Racing, be careful of the times. They will haunt you. And it will be glorious. But it's also a very pain in my ass. The times are very terrible, I must say. But I beat them because I am the best. Also playing GTA on also sometimes they content creators do big like video game developers. What they do is tend to do big some of them take time to do big content drops, such as GTA 5 with the new update coming on the 15th, which basically adds an extension to the game, a new island, and it's gonna be fantastic, I must say. Gotta go to my island, gonna go try and do the hash. She gonna do the hash, get my boys. But island gotta be annoying to get to, because all the people gonna be playing there. I tell you, it's a pain in the ass. You know, fire with a new season, man. Man, I can't even meme. Call damn sweats. That's good. Also, now I'm gonna talk about the bad side of gaming. So with community, you have hackers and people who just like trolls that just ruin the game. Hackers being like I mentioned, using an aimbot, using hacks and stuff, just ruining the game, making it unplayable. Fall Guys as well, when people just use no clip or speed hacks to win the game and get the crown. Just unfair. There was playing. I was watching Radal who was playing Fall Guys, and he was playing with a hacker, and this hacker literally made it unfair for him. Felt kind of bad. Felt bad. Other games had hackers in, although hackers can't necessarily be the bad thing. Mostly with GTA 5 hackers, they will give sometimes they can give you rank up and money. Not gonna say I've had that done to me. Other hackers can be it's a pain in the ass. scammers in games such as games where you trade like Roblox. You have games now where you can trade items. Rocket League, Fortnite, Save the World, Counter Strike Global Offense. People can scam you of items and stuff. Even like people can scam you on just like saying nowadays you can get people buying like Fortnite accounts and stuff, new or GTA 5 accounts, or even the ability to give you cash on GTA 5 when you don't. Just game with that because people are gullible. Even giving your account was like, for instance, someone's paying someone's saying selling 5 quid. I'll put like 5 bill on your GTA 5 account, 5 quid. Don't fall for that, guys. Just don't. Happened to me. I bought an online account because I wanted to play. Bought an online account for GTA 5. Got nothing. And I was upset. Our community is people actually making impressions of some video game characters. The community does a lot of video game impressions. What can we like to do impressions of video game characters? I currently do any impressions. The decent probably impression I can do is probably maybe Mario. Maybe I could probably do a decent impression of Edward Richtofen from Call of Duty Black Ops. Maybe a bit of Nikolai. I'll give it an attempt. Here we go. It's me, Mario. Luigi, what are you doing? Gotta go save the Princess Peach. Princess Peach, why do you kick me out the castle? I was only trying to do your plumbing. You dumb. Luigi, what we gotta do? This princess is doing my heading every time she gets captured by the stupid Bowser. That might just not save her this time. No. Gonna go for Edward Richtofen. Oh shit, the doctor is in. I'm Edward Richtofen. You see, Dempsey, I hate you, Dempsey. You are a doctor. You can help. I can help you. You can help me. You won't even remember me. I was the nicest one, and you won't even remember me. Doctor to doctor. What is this? The place is a bank. No, that sort of does bad. Let's do it, Nikolai. I am Russian man. I drink vodka. Russian man from Rovodka. So this Edward Richtofen is a bit of a nuts. Squad from Mother Russia. Killing many zombies for many days now. With my friends, Richtofen, Takeo and a bit of Dempsey. Richtofen, the old fool. The eater is a piece of shit. Oh God. I am Dr. Edward Richtofen. Best friend Edward Richtofen. Much understanding more than Takeo. I mean, I'm running out of bullets, you see. Not very good. Oh, shut up, Nikolai. I got your ray gun. Another impression I might do. So I'll probably sucker is Dr. Ebenezer von Clutch. I'm Dr. Ebenezer von Clutch. I came from Dr. von Clutch. I must find my power gem. Willy Womper Cheeks, as you see, is the mascot. I can't do any other video game. Actually, you know what? For a video game play character, I tend to play with watch like try Junkrat. Everything's coming up exploding. TikTok. Well, if first you don't succeed, just blow it up again. Back for more. They call me Junkrat. Now I'm doing Roadhog. I'm a one-man apocalypse. I'm a one-man. Now, try and tempt Reaper.
Die, die, die. I'll get my revenge. What are you looking at? What doesn't kill me makes me stronger. You're all a bunch of useless hacks. Mercy, you made me look like this. You couldn't save me. For that, you are unforgiven.
That's my impressions done. Thank you for listening to the finale but that's just the beauty of it. So now, I'ma sign off. It's been your boy, Gamerlution, or the Game Revolution.